You know, I gotta say, women are strange creatures, and they also have a massive stereotypes against boys. And many have imposter syndrome, and to be honest, they're a bit crazy on varying degrees, and it really depends on which girl you're talking about. But have you ever felt lonely? Are you ever single, but ready to mingle? Fear no more! In this video, I'm gonna give you 10 tips on getting a woman. These tips are some that I gathered while interacting with dozens of women. And trust me boys, you can rest your hand right now after just watching this. Well, your first step is to find a woman, because obviously that's what you're looking for, right? I guess if I should say your sexual preference isn't straight, then I guess this may also work. You might have to adjust a few things, but that's besides the point. I'm sure you can figure it out. And when you do this, you make sure it's a woman, because it would be kinda strange if you went to bed and see a third leg. No. I know someone who went to Bangkok in Thailand, and you know, they have like a large population of lady boys, and he took one to bed, and yeah, he was traumatized. You need to make sure she isn't married. I mean, unengaged is okay, but that's a bit strange. Like a BF girlfriend relationship, they can just leave. But if it's marriage, they have to go through all this divorce. So you need to make sure it's within your age range, typically within 3 to 5 years under your age. Please don't go for middle-aged woman. If you're like 16, 17 years old, don't go for 50-year-olds. It just doesn't work like that, okay? Because there's such a power difference in that relationship that it just, why? If you're into cougars, then I understand, but if you're regular, then you should probably stick to within your age range. And don't be picky, because it's gonna make it much more difficult to find you a girlfriend. And you know, our minds follow the set of Darwinism, but that's not love. That's intimacy. And this is how human anatomy works. I mean, there's other fish in the sea, man. Seaman? If you go for looks over personality, then you're gonna have a hard time looking for one, especially trying to keep that one. Okay, number 2. You need to have good characteristics. First of all, you need to make sure everything about you is big. I mean, don't be dirty though. I mean, big positive mindset, big house, big dreams. No other thing needs to be big. Make sure you have good hygiene, wash your feet, shave your pubes, wipe your ass, put some moisturizer, put some Febreze, but don't waste your time on expensive cologne. They attract the gold diggers. You also need to be mature. Don't act like 3-year-old child, but if for comedy purposes, it can be okay to a certain extent. Make sure it doesn't really offend people, because different people react to different kinds of humors. You also need to be fit. I'll let you know now, women don't like fat people. They think when you ride on them, they'll be squished. And finally, don't brag. They don't need to know about your 6-incher, how many exes you have, or how much, imaginary money you have in your bank account. Okay, number 3. You need to make sure the woman is the right one for you. You need to ask yourself, is she psycho? Will you lose all of your hard-earned cash, your dignity, your sanity, your virginity? Okay, maybe the last one isn't the top priority to be stressed about. Does she have the right attitude? Friendly, joyful, exciting? Does she make good sandwiches? And you also need to ask yourself, will she dump me after she's done using me? Trust me, that happened to me so many times now. And finally, does she fit my personality? Do we have a good chemical bond? Or will we just make an explosive reaction? Okay, number 4. Make sure she doesn't hate you. You need to be indirect about showing your affection. They say actions speak louder than words, but remember, don't get too horny and sexual. That's just not a good affection method. Be positive, have joy in things that you don't seem to love. Just feel like the world is sucking your and you're having an orgasm. You need to ask yourself, is she loyal? Will she double in size a few months after you start dating? And finally, this is the most important one, I think. And you have to ask, does she not care what you say? Women need people with fun, relatable personalities if you want the slightest chance of their respect. Number 5, you need to make your move. This is the most crucial move you'll ever do, so do it right. Okay, the one piece of advice I can give you is do not take it too far. You should probably play with yourself before doing this, because that can release some sexual feeling. You don't want to know how many rejections I've heard from other people because there were too, the feelings should come from your heart, not from your family jewels. If you fail, that's fine. Let your heart be broken. But don't let this drag you down. Like I said, there's other kinds of fish in the sea, man. Plan ahead. Figure out what you're doing. Use your sense of humor to make the woman feel happy. Don't make it awkward. That just diffuses the situation. Number 6, spend time with her as a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. Okay, you need to make sure you have a good sense of humor, because like I said, women love fun personalities. But you just gotta be careful that some humor is not okay. Try not to overdo it sometimes. Sometimes a bit vague is really all it takes. With humor, you gotta step up your game. If they don't laugh, it's either that it's not a relatable joke or they're just a bandwagon hooligan. I think statistically speaking, those make up 95% of people who are dating you because you're attractive than rather who you are. Try doing something enjoyable, like going to go eat out in a restaurant, not the other thing. Go feed some ducks. Go for a walk in the park. Maybe watch some BBC. No, I don't mean the other BBC. I hope you're not into that. Your ultimate goal should be to build up in a relationship, not build up the forbidden liquid. Number 7, you gotta maintain your respect. With the woman of your dreams here with you right now, it's time to make sure you gotta secure the relationship into the ground. First, you gotta be responsible. You gotta show up time to your events, do your chores. You guys know how to be responsible. I need to allow both of you to express your thoughts and opinions. Trust me, revolving everything about her isn't the best thing. This breaks the balance between you two. However, that doesn't mean you should love, care, and share. You two should be equal in terms of power. Okay, the one thing I can't stress off enough is only have one at a time. You know, having 2 or more, that's too many. You see the pun I made there? It's not good if you have 10 different women. Trust me, it's difficult to keep a secret to all of them. Just don't be a player. It's not cool. Number 8, this is where you bring out the engagement ring. So this is the point where you don't want to rush this, because rushing before you two have an adequate relationship will only cause backfire. Do this at least 6 months of spending time together. This is like finishing too fast. Woman will not like it. You know, at least if you're gonna do this, plan ahead. Get a wingman. Don't just wing it. And there it goes. 8 tips on how to get a girl. And now, you know how to get a girl. Just stop watching all the dirty things you want online. Go make your dreams become reality. Just remember, keeping a woman is equally as challenging as raising a baby. They need all the love and attention they can get, so I warn you, be advised.